Hey Big Brother fans, this is a review of episode 21 of the 13th season of Big Brother. Some of the more notable quotations was almost immediately Portia saying, "I'm the bigger threat." How so? Because she continues to come in second place? That's first place loser. Reality check. Kalia then comes in and says that she's a bigger threat because she's won more than Portia has. She won one HOH. Yeah. But I guess that's bragging rights in the game, right? Let's see. Danny goes to Jeff and says if, she says, actually, if she wins the veto, Jeff would have to put up one of his alliance. And even though I know that Adam says that, he's put his, himself into the game and allied himself with the vets, I still don't see him as, I don't know, I just don't see him as part of their alliance for some reason. Just because he hasn't done anything and he hasn't, there's nothing to him. What other than his vote, what does he bring to the table? So she forgets that. She forgets that he can, that he doesn't have to put one of the vets up, that he can put Adam up, and even if he did, I think that the numbers are still in their favor, that they would vote Kalia out. So, I unless I have it wrong. When the episode started, the one thing that was notable was Jordan was still in her humilitard, and it was kind of like, hasn't she been in that for like 3 weeks? I just, and then partway through the episode, they showed her being able to take it off. That was really cute. I don't know how Jeff got sexy out of that. All she was doing was taking things off and, giving them to people, and yeah. The Zingbot was lame. I'm sorry, but in seasons past, I mean, some of the things that the Zingbot has said has really made me laugh. And every time he would say something, all I wanted to do was kick him in the nuts. That's all. It was kind of like to me, it would have been kind of funny. What else? And I think that they did not air one of the zings. I'm not sure because I fell asleep during the episode. I did rewind to where I thought I had kind of zoned out. But one of the zings that the Zingbot gave to Portia was one that actually made me laugh when I saw it written on the Joker's forum was he had said that she's the only 23-year-old Porsche that has airbags. That tickled my fancy for some reason. Kalia throwing Portia under the bus was just, it was just another classic move where, you have to work it, even if they're on your alliance, you really have to make sure that you're safe and the others have to go home. So, but still it was kind of like, dang, I guess she preferred that of the alliance to keep Danielle, and Portia was the one that just needed to be dangled. Danielle was noted to say, if he backdoors me, it'll be his biggest regret in this game. I don't understand how, unless she's thinking that perhaps she can, that she's going to make a comeback, or, what she has up her sleeve. At this point, I don't see her staying. But, things are debatable. Everything changes. It seems like Jeff is the one that's the big man on campus at this point, and he's calling the move. So if he decides that she needs to stay and she was just the pawn in the game, then I guess he'll call that so. But it would just be smart, really, because then that way it would advance his game, because she's really about the only, other than Rachel, the only person that he really needs to worry about losing competitions to. And since she's on the opposing side of the house, it just makes sense to get rid of her. over Kalia, because Kalia just hasn't proved her stuff really. Well, you know, one HOH, but yeah. I did laugh out loud at the end of Portia's speech during the veto ceremony, how she ended with, "And I like your hair." Apparently it's a big joke in the house where all they do is compliment him. I don't get it, but I think it's funny. And then Kalia ended hers with, "And you'll have more red velvet cake." So apparently she's cooking up a storm, trying to bake her way into people's hearts. And all I had here was, oh my god, at Jeff's speech to Danielle, at the very end, when he told her that she was up, for nominations. So, or not nominations, but for elimination. Is that what it is? Nomination, elimination, yeah. So that's it. That's all I had written for tonight's episode. It just kind of seemed like nothing real big is happening in the house at this point. That or it's editing. Tomorrow night is the eviction and the fast forward HOH, which really blows, because whoever it is that's going to be that fast forward HOH doesn't really get to enjoy the fruits of their labor, other than having the ability to nominate 2 people and hopefully get one of your nominations out. So tomorrow should be very interesting if I'm on it and I can get spoilers out. If you're on the East Coast, you'll be watching it and getting the results. And if I'm on it, I can at least spoil it for the West Coast if you want. I'll try and stay on top of that for tomorrow. So I'm really excited about tomorrow to see what's going to happen and see if Rachel can really work her magic and pull through that HOH and see what happens. Very excited. Alright, we'll see you guys, and yeah, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.